Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health Radio and TV. I'm your host, Sarah Banta. I'm a health coach and natural supplement expert and a mom of 3. And today I am so excited. We are going to be talking about a mineral that I honestly think is the clue into my daughter's anemia and her issues with energy since she was born. Literally in the womb, my pediatrician said she's anemic. She needs iron supplements. So we're going to get into that, why that might not have been what she needed. Today, we're talking about the health benefits of copper supplements. Copper has been known as a natural antibiotic and essential nutrient for 8,000 years. And even Hippocrates said that he recommended copper compounds as early as 400 BC. Scientists, though, are still uncovering new information regarding the function of copper in the human body and the benefits of supplements. It seems like copper's kind of that hidden thing where you think it's the iron or something bigger in the health issue, where it might just be that copper needs to open the gateway to let the other substance or mineral or nutrient do its job. What we do know is copper is essential when it comes to maintaining balance in our bodily functions. It's the 3rd most prevalent mineral within the body, yet the body cannot create it itself. So you must get it through diet or supplementation. And it's important for proper organ function and metabolic processes. So how copper works in the body is in the human body. It's absorbed at the cellular level, which then alleviates any copper deficiency and boosts the immune system. So we talk a lot about the immune system at Accelerated Health Products and SARA Banta Health. And we talk about the accelerated silver helping with the immune system and even the accelerated gold. Well, copper is as well a very strong natural antibiotic, anti-pathogenic substance. It is usually found in the liver, the brain, kidneys, the heart, and the skeletal muscle. It plays a really important role in collagen, increasing iron absorption, and energy production. Deficiency symptoms. So if you are anemic, if you have bone abnormalities, osteoporosis, neuropathy, low numbers of white blood cells, or a lowered immune system, impaired growth. So that's really important for our children in their growth processes. I mean, we talk a lot about iodine, that being very important for fetuses and pregnant women. Well, copper is as well. If you don't have enough copper, you could have impaired growth, premature graying of hair, skin paleness. So what else are those things associated with? Anemia, right? So that lack of iron, but maybe it's not the iron. Maybe our body has the iron it needs, but it's not able to use it and get it to where it needs to go. And that's why we're pale. That's why our hair is turning gray. So the top health benefits of copper. This is shocking, and this was news to me. According to scientists' reports, type 2 diabetes is often brought about by the oxidation of cells lacking essential metals, which help insulate the cells and protect them from free radicals. And free radicals attack the healthy cells and mutate the DNA. Well, one study shows that copper deficiency or abnormal absorption of copper damages cellular defenses, bodily tissues, leading to the onset of diabetes. Now, insulin resistance, diabetes, you know that is one of the things I talk about a lot, especially with the accelerated keto and the acceleradine and the Ascent Diet Cleanse and reversing that insulin resistance and diabetes. Well, this is another clue into how we can attack that problem. So you may look into having a copper deficiency. Copper also helps fetal growth and development. Like I mentioned, it's really important for our children. It helps protect the skeletal, nervous, and cardiovascular symptoms. Having a copper deficiency means that the normal and healthy growth of your organs and tissues won't be optimal, especially for those growing fetuses. Really important for you pregnant women and you grandmas out there that have your grandbabies growing. We need to make sure they are getting what they need now more than ever. Copper helps improve hair and eye pigmentation. Yes, you can reverse that gray hair. It can go back to the original color, and copper is part of that. It's one of the vital components to the dark pigment, melanin, which gives coloration to the skin, hair, and the eye. So if your eye color is changing or your hair is getting gray, even prematurely, copper might be one of the issues. Now, we talk about the stem cell patches, which I'll bring up in a little bit. They are based on copper enzyme, that's Cu peptide, right? So if we don't have the copper as the backbone to letting those patches and the stem cells work, it won't work, right? So that is the part of the anti-aging that we are wanting to do, reverse the aging with these stem cell patches and all of these protocols I talk about. Well, copper might be that missing link to getting those things and those other tools that you're using optimized. Copper is also known to it aids in helping with your hair and your eyes, along with zinc. So it is known that when you do supplement with copper, you do need to be supplementing with zinc as well. And it's known to be an anti-aging element. It also is known as brain food. It helps with brain function. It is a brain stimulant, which is why copper-rich food is often called brain food. That's smart mineral, and it enhances the brain function, energy, and intelligence. And studies have actually shown that out-of-the-box thinking and creativity is linked directly to copper contained in the content in the brain. And it shows that it enables neural pathways to develop in unique ways. This enhances your cognitive ability and your ability to process information quicker. It also helps to increase energy level. Well, besides what I'm about to tell you, think about what we've already talked about, iron and anemia, and what happens with people that are anemic. They are fatigued. They're tired. My daughter, who is now an 18-year-old, a college, soon to be college athlete, and in rowing at a very high level, used to be the girl that I could not get to go on a bike ride around the block. I could not get her off the floor to put her clothes on. She had no energy. Why? She was anemic. And we, over the last 18 years, have been giving her iron supplements, iron supplements, iron supplements. Nothing worked. Well, maybe it wasn't the iron. Maybe she was lacking copper. So by boosting the production of red blood cells, copper prevents the development of anemia, one of the main reasons for fatigue. And many times that anemia or fatigue are wrongfully linked to low iron, but in actuality, the lack of iron absorption is connected to low copper. Copper is the gatekeeper, allowing the iron to get to where it needs to go. And along with iron, copper boosts the energy by extracting carbohydrates from the cells and using them to their full potential. And that copper-dependent enzyme plays a key critical role in the cellular production or energy production. So copper is that missing link, that hidden key to the door that's unlocking all of this energy that you have in your body. It's kind of like how we talk about when you go into ketosis or fat burning mode, you're unlocking the key to all of that stored energy, thousands and thousands of calories on your body to burn for energy. You just need the key to unlock that door. And if you've been burning glucose all of your life as energy, you don't know how to tap into those fat stores. Well, it's the same thing with copper. Copper is opening the door to all that iron. And in fact, we're going to have Morley Robbins on the show in a couple of weeks talking about how iron is actually accelerating aging, and most of us are completely toxic of iron, but it's not being used. It's not being used in the way it's supposed to, and that's because we don't have the copper. Copper also improves your immunity. It prevents and cures anemia, but it also helps your body defend and heal faster. And it can act as an antioxidant that supports immunity as well. So when you're taking the accelerated silver and now the accelerated copper and the accelerated gold, the three of them together are magic as far as boosting that immune system in different ways. But what else you can also do, you can actually spray the silver and the copper on your surfaces as a nice antibacterial agent for cleaning, right? And it's non-toxic, of course. Copper also helps improve connective tissues. It helps produce hemoglobin, collagen, and myelin, which is the protective layer of skin, and melanin. And this helps when it comes to the development and maintenance of connective tissues. And you know me, I want lots of collagen, and I do take the BioCell liquid collagen, but you need the copper to produce that elastin, which keeps the skin flexible, and it helps with the wrinkles, the sagging skin, and the premature aging. So this is also why I like to combine the silver, the copper, and the gold in a spray and put it on my face. I do that before my facelift spray, but the combination of the copper, the gold, and the silver, and you can do this at home. Take your 3 bottles and put it in a little spray bottle. You're going after the bacteria and the acne. You're going after the brown spots and the age spots with the gold, and you're going after with the elastin and the collagen with the copper. And so it's a really effective and obviously not a very expensive spray that you can formulate in your own bathroom. Copper also helps improve the enzymatic reactions in the body. The body goes through so many enzymatic processes in order to stay alive, right? And these are like the little things that no one talks about. Some of these enzymes producing are facilitated by copper so that the body can function properly and optimally. Without these enzymatic processes in many organs, the body will cease to function. Literally, it will stop. So you might have all of the building blocks to do what they're supposed to do, just like we have plenty of iron in the body, but it can't go anywhere or do anything without the copper. Okay, so the metabolism would slow down, hormone levels would be thrown off. It might not be that you need a testosterone shot. It might not be that you need thyroid medication. It might be a missing mineral like copper that is not allowing the things to do what they're supposed to do. So this is causing its own domino effect and deteriorating issues. Okay, so copper also helps improve your cardiovascular health. It helps with the heart, the arteries, your blood vessels, your skeletal system, and the structure and function of the nervous system, including the brain. It also helps the absorption, obviously, of iron, which I mentioned, but of sugar as well. And this is the relation to the diabetes. It prevents, so in order for iron to be absorbed by the body and prevent it from being filtered out of the liver, the body requires that copper. And iron helps the body produce the red blood cells and ensure that oxygen is being delivered throughout the organs, but it can't do its job without the copper. And it works synergistically with it to produce hemoglobin and the red blood cells. Copper also helps with the absorption of iron from the intestinal tract. And remember, if we're not absorbing it, what good is it going to do? Having an iron deficiency leads to weakness, bruising, digestive issues, fatigue, and anemia, like I mentioned. And it also is needed for the absorption of that sugar. Okay, also helps reduce cholesterol. Who knew? Copper deficiency is known to increase that bad cholesterol. According to a whole bunch of studies, copper is found to help reduce the bad cholesterol and increase the good HDL. This lowers your chances of cardiovascular disease, as we mentioned above as well. And it also helps improve thyroid health. And you know that we focus a lot on thyroid health here and the importance of acceleradine, because iodine is deficient in all of our diet and our water, and most of the salts are stripped of iodine. So it's really important for that. For your thyroid. But copper also plays an important role in ensuring that the thyroid glands function properly. It works with other trace minerals like selenium and zinc that are needed to balance out the thyroid activity. And when the thyroid gland does not work properly, the production of your hormones may cause unwarranted effects over the whole body, all of the metabolic processes, including the heart, digestive function, muscle control, brain development, bone maintenance. Your thyroid is the master endocrine gland. So it's not just about metabolism and about losing weight. It is about everything. That's why if you're hypothyroid, your hair is going to fall out and get brittle and weak, and your nails and your skin. All of that is related. And maybe one of the key elements is the copper. Copper and zinc work together in conjunction, and they need to be balanced out. So it is really important to take the copper in moderation. You do not want to be taking too much copper, and you do want to make sure you're taking zinc in some sort of supplement or in your food. Seafood is great. The olaloa that you can find at SARABANTAHEALTH.com is what I take on a daily basis. I also take the quintessential 0.9, which gives me all of my minerals in a very balanced way. So that helps balance out the copper. Copper also helps with skin. It's essential for the structures that hold that collagen and elastin together. And collagen production is not simple. It requires that key enzymatic reaction between copper and the enzyme lysyl oxidase. Lysyl oxidase is an extracellular copper enzyme that catalyzes the formation with aldehydes from the lysine residues in collagen and elastin precursors. So without the copper, the body would not be able to create the collagen and the elastin, the two most important molecules for your skin, for beauty, but also for that elasticity of the skin. You do not have to age in your skin and your body. There is a way you can reverse aging, and copper is part of that. It has been shown in studies that it will help reduce wrinkles and help with the elasticity and help with wound healing and more. So also think about your wounds, scar tissue, all of that stuff. Really important to have copper in your body for that. Also helps prevent osteoporosis. This was really important to me. Osteoporosis runs in my family. Strength training is a must, right? You can also enhance your bone density with the X49 patch, which we will talk about in a minute. But that copper, if you need the copper in your body as well to prevent osteoporosis. The copper-dependent enzyme lysyl oxidase plays a role in that bone formation. So what foods contain copper? Why don't we just get it from our diet? Well, there are different food sources. Liver is number one. So you tell me, who out of you are eating liver on a daily basis, even in a couple times a week? I love the Carnivore Crisps beef liver. That is the one way I'm able to take it. I don't supplement with a liver supplement, but that is recommended if you are not getting in your liver. Liver has so many nutrients, and copper is one of them. Meat and seafood all have copper. The others, like beans, whole grains, soy, wheat, almonds, garlic, nuts, oats, molasses, beets, lentils, all of those foods have copper. But those foods also have mold or gluten or oxalates or sulfur, things that are going to disrupt your gut and disrupt your detoxification pathways. So here we're getting the copper, but at what expense? We are causing leaky gut. We are causing a malabsorption of nutrients, so that when you are taking the food in and the copper in, maybe we're not even absorbing it, right? So you have to think about, where are we getting our foods? And that's why I always look to the wild animal proteins for your nutrients. I love the fact that liver has so many nutrients in it. Your B vitamins, you've got to think about if you're eating a certain organ, it's feeding that organ. And I love my liver, right? So if I'm eating liver, that's supporting my own liver health. So if you are one of those people that loves the taste of liver, then go for it. That is what I highly recommend. Now, when you are eating the other foods, they are causing leaky gut. The plant poisons, the lectins, oxalates, sulfur, they will inhibit the nutrient absorption. And so that's why it is an issue, and most people do need to supplement. So why did I create accelerated scalar copper? Number one, I always start with a selfish reason, and that is my daughter, right? So when we've been fighting anemia through our house for over 18 years, and me, myself as well, I've always teetered on anemia. This was a game changer for us. So that is one of the reasons. We understand why we need copper, right? So the accelerated scalar copper, we created it because just like the gold and just like the silver, it is enhanced with scalar frequencies to enhance its efficacy. Most copper supplements only have 5% absorption, whereas the accelerated scalar copper has 99% absorption. This bottle is going to last you a long time. I do not recommend taking more than 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. And so with the silver and the gold, you can take as long or as much as you want during the day, no problem. And it's great for your immune system. The copper, you don't need that. So when you're looking at other copper supplements, do realize that you are only getting 5% absorption with those other copper supplements. The accelerated scalar copper is made with proprietary scalar copper technology. It is the only scalar copper solution treated with water implosion technology and enhanced with scalar frequencies to enhance the absorption and increase the efficacy. So the water implosion technology strips away all of the rogue frequencies from the water. So anything that you're drinking, your Avion bottle of water, other silver supplements, other liquid supplements, they could have rogue frequencies in there that are causing a disruption of absorption or causing toxicity in your body. So what we do with the accelerated silver, gold, and copper is we strip away all of the rogue frequencies in the supplements. And it's made with ozonated and UV sterilized distilled water. So we take the cleanest water to then memorize the frequencies that we are then programming the solution with. The accelerated scalar copper is enhanced with frequencies or biopatterns to help rejuvenate the body and the brain. The silver is to help with the immune system and then to also go after certain pathogens that we are currently facing. And the gold is enhanced with frequencies that are helping with anxiety and brain stimulation as well. So that's what we do with the accelerated silver, gold, and copper. So that's why the copper is the third of the accelerated scalar frequency enhanced waters, I should say, or solutions. Okay, so we've talked about the stem cell patches a bit. And this was another reason that I really wanted to come out with the accelerated scalar copper. And that is because David Schmidt, who is the owner and inventor of the LifeWay stem cell patches that I wear on a daily basis, and I love all of them, that you have to have the right nutrients in your body to optimize the way these patches work. They are meant to have your own body produce its own stem cells and for your body to create something, right? Well, we have been talking about how copper is that missing link, that key to open the door. Well, the X39 stem cell activation patch activates your own body to produce its stem cells and resets over 4,000 genes to a younger state, helps with collagen in all the tissues, activates the stem cell production, encourages that apoptosis of diseased cells like cancer cells. And that apoptosis is something that I talk about a lot, where we want to get rid of the diseased and damaged cells. Well, stem cells do that. Part of the aging process is we have a lower amount of stem cell production as we age. So we are not getting that apoptosis of cancer and disease cells. So those diseases then take over the body. Well, the X39 patch is based on the GHK-Cu peptide. What is Cu? Copper. So we need copper in order for these patches to work. And David Schmidt talks about how he recommends supplementing with copper. So it is really important, if you want the optimal level of results from these patches, to supplement with copper. I also talk about the fact that you need to be supplementing with the amino acids to make these especially for the X49 patch, which is based on the AHK-Cu copper peptide. But you need alanine, one of the amino acids. Where are you getting alanine? You're getting it from wild animal protein. I do not recommend chicken. I do not recommend a conventional beef or pork or even turkey. Why? Because those have amyloid proteins in them. Your liver cannot break down the protein, so they get lodged into the tissues in your brain, in your joints, in your thyroid. Those amyloids cause disruption and accelerated aging. And over the last 2 years, with the increased amount of spiked protein exposure and the environmental toxins and the toxins in our food, the amyloids are even becoming more of a threat to our health and accelerated aging. So, but you have to have the amino acids and the proper proteins for these patches to work. And where do you get that? Wild animal protein. The bison, lamb, deer, elk, wild salmon, wild Arctic char, other wild fish, organic eggs. If you do not have a sulfur sensitivity, egg yolks have sulfur in them. So something to just keep your eye out for if you have a reaction to sulfur. Sulfur's in garlic or onions. I always tell people they usually know if they have a sensitivity to the sulfur, if they have get bloated or gassy or have a reaction to onions and garlic. So that's one of those tricks where you can then say, okay, well, maybe I have a sulfur sensitivity. I'll stay away from the egg yolks and just do the egg whites. Okay, so this is why we need the animal proteins, is for the patches as well. So with that, so copper, you need this for the X39 and the X49 to work. The X39 is the main one, resets over 4,000 genes to a younger state, helps with the collagen and the tissues. X49 helps with bone density. So not only are you getting the copper helping with your osteoporosis, but then you add in the X49, especially as us women over the age of 40, we need to be worried about our bone density and our muscle, right? So that X49 helps with osteoporosis, but also helps increase stamina, improves cardiovascular function and focus, reduces that belly fat, increases muscle tone and strength, increases muscle mass, and it also helps with hair. Now, it's not a mystery that copper helps with hair and bone density, but that the X49 helps with those two as well, as it's based on a copper peptide. So I hope you're getting, this is becoming clear, where copper is that missing key to make everything else work better. The X49 also helps protect from 5G and radiation. And 5G and radiation are accelerating aging. So we need to make sure we're protecting ourselves. So the X49 is literally like wearing your own barricade or Faraday cage, around you to protect you from the radiation. You've got the Eon patch, which is an anti-inflammatory, anti-stress, Happy Patch, it helps with reducing inflammation, balances the brain, calms the brain, reduces cortisol and C-reactive proteins, elevates DHEA, and it balances your autonomic nervous system, your heart rate, your blood pressure, digestion, respiration. All of these things are important for longevity because stress kills, right? If you tell me I'm eating all the right things, I'm doing all the right things, doing all the patches, doing everything, but you're totally stressed out, that stress is killing you faster than anything else. So the Eon patch actually helps reduce your stress, puts you into that parasympathetic mode, out of the sympathetic mode. So you're actually changing, getting out of that fight or flight state. You wear all of these patches for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And the Eon one is one I actually enjoy wearing at night. Helps with my sleep. I wear that with the Alavita. I put the Alavita up on my forehead, and the Alavita is a skin and body regenerating system that works through the elevation of another peptide. Imagine that, based on copper. It's increasing organ function, reduces oxidative stress, and increases antioxidants. It helps with skin. It helps with, aging of skin, wrinkles, all of those amazing things. It stimulates frontal lobe and your pineal gland activation. I talk about the pineal gland when I talk about the acceleradine iodine. And why is that? The pineal gland is your third eye. It is your connection to your spiritual health, connection to God, whatever that means to you. When you are iodine deficient, copper deficient, you are clogged in the pineal gland. It's calcified with fluoride. When you start doing the acceleradine and you also do the Alavita patch, it opens it up. It detoxes your pineal gland. It also connects you from body to brain. So you become more aware, more spiritually awoke. So between the Alavita and the acceleradine, you really feel like your brain is awake, that you are getting rid of toxic people in your life, that you are becoming more woke in the proper sense, that you are anti-aging in brain and body. So I love the Alavita. It truly is like a natural Botox. You're not getting injections. I will never get Botox. You will see me age very quickly before I do Botox, only because I don't want to put any poisons in my body, right? And that's not what I'm going to do. So if you look at me, I have no hair color except for some highlights, and my hair is, I do believe that I have kept my hair color from copper, from the patches, from the My Vital C, and the acceleradine, all of these, and then eating the proper proteins. All of those things are going to give your eyes and your skin and your hair that vibrant color and health. So just a little window into me and what I'm doing. Next is the carnosine patch, also based on a copper peptide. It is great for repairing tissue, muscle tears, tendonitis, tennis elbow, all of those things that we get when we're aging. It improves strength and stamina, pain relief, and increases lifespan. It's known to help build that muscle, improve balance, cognition, eyesight. So you can see how using that with the X49 and then the accelerated copper, you're really getting a reversal in damage done to the tissues, to the muscles, to your stamina, to your energy, all of those things. Glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant and detoxifier, boosts your immune system. Now, what is tricky about glutathione, I've talked about this before, is that it is based on sulfur. So if you're taking a glutathione supplement, or you're taking, a topical glutathione spray, that sulfur in it may disrupt your sulfur detoxification pathways, back up your liver. Then your body is not metabolizing fat or protein well. It's not metabolizing the other nutrients or the bad estrogens in our body from radiation, from toxicity, from the fluorides, the bromide and the chlorine in our food and our water. And so glutathione is actually tripping up our detox pathways instead of being that master detoxifier. So with the glutathione patch, it's stimulating your body to produce its own glutathione. And then, of course, it's enhanced when it's used with the accelerated scalar copper to help with that. So it is also known to help with longevity. It helps with the suffering. The symptoms go down with people with autoimmune issues, arthritis, autism, Parkinson's, MS, all of those diseases. It helps boost that immune system with what's going on right now. So I love it because I have a sulfur issue where I can't eat sulfur foods. I cannot take a sulfur supplement. I used to, and I had horrible gas pains, bloating. My skin would smell because I couldn't detox with that sulfur supplement. The glutathione patch increases glutathione by 300% in 24 hours and increases it by 400% if you're using the X39 patch as well. The next is the Nirvana patch. This helps with that state of happiness, joy, helps with the endorphins, increase dopamine. I've talked before about dopamine, and if you have mood issues, definitely look back to on my channel for my talks on addiction and dopamine and mood, because we need dopamine and that strive for motivation in life, right? So Nirvana can help you get out of that slump if you find yourself in it. And it's one that I don't necessarily think people need forever. I believe once you start eating according to my protocol and doing some of the supplements to balance your blood sugar and start doing the right things, boosting the immune system, that dopamine's going to come back. And you won't necessarily need the Nirvana patch, but that is something that a lot of people really find helpful. Next is the Energy Enhancer patch. These are the ones that I wear on my wrist to help with it's my heart meridian. It increases energy and endurance, reduces fatigue. You actually burn an extra 300 calories a day, and it's more of fat burning. So this is also part of aging, right? And we need to burn that extra fat. But with the increased oxidation and helps with signaling, that increase in beta oxidation in the mitochondria. As we age, our mitochondria ages. So when you improve your mitochondria with the stem cell patches, with the acceleridine, with the accelerated keto, and enhancing the patches with the accelerated copper, you are actually reversing aging by increasing mitochondrial and ATP production. Okay, now there's the other ones. The last two I'll just mention. Silent nights help with sleep and your melatonin production. And then Ice Wave is for pain. So I just wanted to mention the patches because accelerated copper is a key to helping these patches work even better. And I take it in the morning, just once a day, 1 tablespoon, and that's it. And I do supplement with zinc. I make sure that is in my diet. I follow that with the accelerated silver throughout the day to boost my immune system. The accelerated gold is great for those with anxiety or those that need to help with their sleep and increase IQ. And then also you're doing your acceleridine to increase the detoxification, your thyroid health, and helping with your detoxification of the bad estrogens, increasing that pineal activation, right? So we're doing all of that with the patches, with the accelerated copper, and making sure that you are adding in the proper nutrients. The copper is that key to open the door for all of the other things to happen in your body and to help with the reverse of aging. So if you have any questions, you can always contact me through the website. And thanks for joining me today. If I can help you with your health, you can contact me through the website, SARABANTAHEALTH.com. I'm happy to put together a personalized protocol for you. Join the free group coaching on Telegram with the link below. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health. You will be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey. In this world right now, it can be very isolating. Some of your best friends are no longer best friends anymore. So it is really nice to have that like-minded group to support you. We troubleshoot together. I educate you on a daily basis, and you can ask your questions there. If you've got a question, you know hundreds of others have that same question. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram under Accelerated Health Products, and across over 100 channels under Accelerated Health Radio and TV, including YouTube, Stitcher, Pandora, iTunes, or whatever podcast platform you subscribe to. If you like what you heard today, please hit the subscribe button and share with a few of your friends who may need my help as well, family members. Copper is one of those things that everybody needs, and you don't need your family member to actually change their diet or their exercise routine to benefit from the copper. We need to take everybody at where they are, right? You don't need to expect them to change everything. Give them one thing that they can change, and incorporating the accelerated copper in their diet is something that they can do to enhance their health and where they are. If you like what you heard today, please share it with those friends and family. Join me every week, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific time and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can find my supplements and many of the informational videos at SARABANTAHEALTH.com. You can also use coupon WELCOME10 for 10% off site-wide. Thanks again for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow with Deborah Atkinson on Accelerated Health Radio and TV at 1 p.m. Pacific time.